What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video from Mr. Gray's Talk Room. I'm your host, Christian Gray. Today, we're going to be talking about how seduction is not the intention. And I want to make this a public service announcement to all the women that I have dated in the past, to the women that I'm going to date in the future, and to the women that I'm currently dating now. Seduction isn't the intention. So I had an interesting situation where if you haven't listened to, you know what? Give me 1 second. Sorry, I had to go get something. Seduction is not the intention for me to acquire a woman. And I know that sounds like a business transaction, but really when you're dating with somebody, sales, recruiting, dating, it's all the same. Quid pro quo, tit for tat. I had a very interesting interaction with a woman a couple of weeks ago. And the interaction was actually a really good interaction. It was sincerely genuine. But the thing is that, like we talked about in my last episode, or the episode when it comes to mask your intentions is really a marketing tactic or a social interaction tactic to, you can't give everybody your cards until someone gets to know you. And even then, like I said, you have a public life, you have a private life, you have a secret life. And only those that you sincerely know have a secret life. Like you, the listener, you have a secret life that I will never know. You have a private life that very few people know, but everybody has that secret life. And the interaction was good. So if you haven't listened to my past podcast, the two places that I use for dating is Facebook Hinge, or Facebook Dating and Hinge. Those are the two apps that I utilize the most to get on dates. And if that's only given if it's online dating or unless I'm not meeting someone in a social setting, which again, the best place to meet a woman is Target on a Friday night after 5. For whatever reason, all the hottest girls are there shopping for shit, trying to blow their paycheck on shit that doesn't matter. So this one girl, I'm not going to use her real name because she's immensely mad at me. I'm going to use her name as Kelsey. Nevertheless, me and Kelsey, we met on Hinge, matched, whatever. Used the same phrase, you're as cute as a button, but I sense it comes with a feisty attitude. She replies, whatever. Weeks go by. And I actually saw this on a TikTok or an Instagram reel or a Facebook reel. And the guy said, if you ever get ghosted, respond with this phrase and then enter the word. So the phrase that you need to use when you get ghosted is this. Have you given up blank, insert the word. I used, have you given up on dating? And I went ahead and said that. Within maybe a few hours or a day, I can't remember because she's no longer on my Hinge matches. She said, yes, you know what? You're right. Let's set up a date. And I gave her a date. If this was Sunday, we had a date for Wednesday. So we have a date for Wednesday. Do the same thing. Say, hey, all right, here's my number so you can text me. Or actually, she gave me her number. And then I texted her. I'm like, hey, Kelsey, nice to meet you. Can't wait to see you on Wednesday. And then Monday, I didn't call her, but I said, hey, looking forward to our date on Wednesday. Tuesday, I said, hey, we're still good for 7. Just make sure you park behind, or you could park on the street of the Lazy Moose, or you could park behind it in the parking lot. All right, cool. Then on the day of, I said, hey, see you at 7. Shit happened to where she didn't get her ID. So she was like, hey, I'm going to be late. If it was, we were supposed to meet at 7:30, we didn't meet till like 8:15. So I show up early, like 7:30, 7:45. I know she's coming. And I go to the Lazy Moose, which is a great bar in Fort Worth. It's on Magnolia. It's not a club district. It's a culture district. It's a very relaxed, if you're above 25, 35, if you want a more relaxed style of dating, that's definitely the place you go. They have their fair share of dive bars. They have a barcade. They have their speakeasy style bars. Really, really great place to go to. So I'm there and I go outside. She says that she meets me. Probably about 7:45, 8 o'clock. And I come outside and there's 3 women on a table. and they can tell that I'm waiting for somebody. They were probably 35 and up, and they're like, "Hey," they asked me, "Do you have a menthol cigarette?" I'm like, "Yes, I do. It's an American Spirit. Is that okay?" They're like, "All right." No, it wasn't American Spirit. It was a Camel Crush. So I take out, give it to her. I light the cigarette. We're talking. I'm chatting with them a little bit. It's three older women. I know they're married because they all have rings on their finger. We're chatting, whatever. Like, so who's this girl you're meeting? I'm like, oh, this is girl's named Kelsey. I met her on Hinge. We're gonna be here. I'm gonna show her around Magnolia. She hasn't been here. Probably go to the barcade, which is free play. Just kind of show her around and all that good time. And then we talk about gentlemanly things and whatever. And anyway, I'm speaking to this woman. This woman texts me. I can't find the place. I say, just come around to where the moose is on the tarp. Like, there's a tarp and there's a moose, or like a kind of balcony kind of statue on this tarp balcony looking thing. She comes around. I'm like, hey, Kelsey, nice to meet you. Kiss her on the cheek. The girls, because I was talking to them for about 5-6 minutes, and they're totally on my side. I teach them about gentlemen, light a girl's cigarette if you don't have cigarettes, or carry a lighter, because the most gentlemanly thing that you can do is light a cigarette for a woman, or if you have cigarettes, get a cigarette case. They can pick it out, because it's just a gentlemanly thing to do, because they know that you're sophisticated, even if you're not. Nevertheless, so we go in there, we come inside, open the door for her, open the chair for her. I order her drinks. We order about 2 drinks. We're talking. And we're talking about a lot of things at the Lazy Moose. We're talking about life. We're talking about, what do you like? What's your favorite games? What's your favorite series? We're talking about Harry Potter, The Witcher, Lord of the Rings, all that stuff. We spend about a good hour and a half just getting to know each other. So when it comes to the end, I pay the tab, and then I'm like, hey, have you ever cruised Magnolia? They're like, all right, cool, then let's come with me. We'll just walk, and if we find another bar that you want to go into, we'll go into that bar. So I walk, but the thing is that even in the mid of the conversations that we're having at Lazy Moose, I tell them, I'm like, I'm going to open the door for you. I'm going to open the chair for you. I'm going to open your car door. I'm going to order your drinks for you. I want to know who you are, because when you come with me, I want you to shut your brain off. And off the bat, this woman, very beautiful woman, she's in these kind of leopard pants, black blouse, very sexy secretary eyeglasses. And of course me, I'm a douchebag I'm a douchebag with my sunglasses. These are not sunglasses. These are prescription, motherfucker. But I'm always going to wear it. And of course I have my earrings. And I was dressed pretty casual. If this is a maroon shirt, I had a olive shirt, tan suede jacket, light blue jeans, and some zip-up boots that I got from Thursday Boot Company. Again, this is not a sponsorship. I just really love their boots. I have a ton of them, especially their Chelsea's, especially their boots. I have, I think, four or five of them. But nevertheless, that's regardless of the story. So we go there. She's like, you dress very well. You're very articulate when you speak. And I'm like, yeah, of course. So we go out and be like, hey, just know that this street kind of has some homeless people. So I need you to be on the inside. If I'm walking on the sidewalk, I need you to be on the inside if the car's coming into me. And I'm guiding her down the step, up the step, down the pavement, up the pavement. Like, I'm kind of guiding her. And I'll be like, that's just a protective thing that I always have. And I told her, I'm like, I always carry a pocket knife with me. If I don't have a buck knife, I always carry a pocket knife. And if I don't, I always carry brass knuckles. Either or. Obviously, you can't carry a gun into a bar in Texas. That's illegal. But I always carry something with me. And this particular knife is a $6 knife that I got at Walmart. And it's my favorite knife. Not because of the glass breaker. Not because of the seatbelt cutter. But because it has a bottle opener. Yeah. I mean, that's just me. Look, I'm not advocating like you carry weapons, but again, this shit is going to save you at some point. Because even on my keys, you know what? Let me show you. Okay, I'm back. So if I'm carrying, let's say I'm at a bar and grill that doesn't really pat down, I'm going to carry something like a buck knife on my waist. Like, I actually got this, but I have like 4 buck knives. I actually got this at a brewery. So, again, really, really cool. I support local businesses, but I like this knife, but it's too heavy for me. But it's something that I would use. So this particular knife, it's got a serrated edge. It's got a little flashlight if you use it correctly. It's really more of a utility knife. It's got a glass breaker, a seatbelt cutter, and then it has a fire starter too. But I'm not gonna lie, the reason why I actually get knives is because ever since I got this knife, and this is actually a replacement to a knife that I lost because of the bottle opener, is actually because this knife also has a bottle opener right here. So that's neither here nor there. But nevertheless, so I told her I always carry some sort of self-defense weapon, whether it's brass knuckles, whether it's a pocket knife, something, because I don't know what somebody has and I don't want to be unprepared. I can't carry my gun if I'm bar hopping, but I at least want to have something to defend myself. And that's just Texas, fine, whatever. So we're there, and we end up going to, like, towards the mid-district of Magnolia, or it's called Midtown, but the Culture District. We end up going to Free Play. We go to the barcade. We have some drinks. We play some games. We found another couple. We're playing. Everything is going cool. Towards the end of the night, we go to a dive bar called Chat Room. And I'm like, if you want to know a dive bar, there's 2 of them on Magnolia. It's the Boiled Owl Tavern or Chat Room. Those are pretty much the 2 dive bars. Really laid back bars, but it does carry a lot of locals. And if you're not careful, can carry a lot of drunk people. But regardless of those circumstances, she was able to see in real time that we sat there. I go in, open the chair, come in because she wanted to go to a dive bar. And there's some drunk guy just being belligerent. I'm like, hey, move on this side. So I do that. It's a protective instinct from me. I'm always going to be protective of any woman that I take out. So we're there. Guy fucks off, whatever. Another drunk guy comes in. I'm like, hey, I need you to be on this side because this guy's fucking drunk. I don't know if he's going to throw up. He looks like it. Anyway, shit happens, whatever. If Free Play ended up 11, we're there to about 12. We walked, after 11 on Free Play, we walked to about 3 blocks, got to the chat room, had a couple of drinks. I told her, you need to sober up because you need to drive home. Had a shot of a lot of tequila, a couple of beers, and then, of course, walked her to her car, opened the door, and then the most gentlemanly thing you could do, if you know the date's going well, you know the thing that you need to do is kiss her. And again, I'm teasing her, saying all the things that I say. I'm like, oh, I believe your last boyfriend didn't spank you enough. And I'm like, well, it'd be a really cool time if you would come out and meet my dog. I'm always implementing these scenarios that could or could not happen. At the end of the night, we share a kiss, open the car door. I'm like, text me when you get home. And then she's like, when can I see you again? I'm like, how about Saturday? She's like, all right, cool. What time? 8 o'clock. So what I had implemented in her mind, talking about life, talking about family, talking about friends, when she got to the car door, I did expose something personally to her because she seemed like she would be able to understand, and she did understand. It's no fucking secret. There's no secret. If you look at whatever 200, 300 videos, whatever shorts, if you look up to my original videos, there is a video and a series of videos me talking about bipolar disorder. I have bipolar disorder. I'm not bipolar. I have bipolar disorder. And I actually told my friends before I told my family because I felt like I was going to let them down. Worked through that, did my own therapy, talked about it, and now I'm being here a self-sufficient man. I'm not an SSI. I'm not a no bullshit. I just take a particular pill that allows me to go to sleep, and I talked about it time and time again. It's what works for me. It may not work for you. She's like, oh, thank you very much for letting me know that. Like, I suffer from depression. That's what Kelsey tells me. All right, cool. So we talk, whatever. Looking forward to Saturday. Go out Friday, Saturday, fine, whatever. She comes over, and I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cook steak for you. I'm gonna cook some ribeye, some vegetables, and we're gonna. This is the key. It's seduction's not the intention. If this is the public service announcement to anyone that's currently dating me, I am not a dating coach. I do not have game. I am just a man who understands women and can respect women and womanly things, and I want to share a life with you. That's it. But the caveat is, if you're not that woman, you're going to have to share me. I'm not disrespectful in any way, shape, or form. I'm not talking about women who have respected me. I'm talking about the women who have disrespected me in any way, shape, or form. That's who I'm talking about. I'm not a misogynist trying to tell you like, oh, every woman's a POS, a piece of shit. No. What I'm saying is that my life lessons come from the bad women that I have encountered. And I will tell you what, there are some women that treated me so well, I'm like, fuck, I fucked it up, but I can't go back. And normally those women, well, they're probably engaged or married and have children. All right, kudos to you. So, nevertheless, so we text Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. She comes over. I want to give a PSA because, like, this woman was awesome. I told her the little things that I like. I told her that I love tequila, Lalo tequila. She saw me drinking. I'm like, she's like, what do you want me to bring? I'll bring some Topo Chico, some orange juice, and I believe the tequila was of her own volition. What the hell did I ask her? It was tequila, orange juice, Topo Chico, and a chocolate cake. And I also talked to her about cigars. This woman comes in with 2 bottles of Topo Chico, the platinum level of Lalo tequila, orange juice, and a chocolate cake with a cigar. And she, because we were talking about wine and cigars and what I have, she literally brought me a cigar that I'd never had before, but that was to my palate. I was like, I fucking love this woman. I fucking love this woman. Like, there's nothing wrong with this woman, even if she suffers from depression. Like, this is a great woman. And so I invite her in. I, start getting the steaks out. I had 2 ribeyes and a T-bone steak, right? Because I always have to take care of my dog. Charlie is my dog. That will always be my dog. I love feeding my dog steak. Because even if she would have left, I would feed her steak to him. I love my dog. So we go in, and one of the implementations I said, I'm like, you know what? We could play Mario Kart. And I remember we played Mortal Kombat, Tekken, kicked her ass, whatever. I will say this woman kicked my ass in skee-ball. Fucked my shit up. Maybe because she's left-handed. I don't know. But she fucked my shit up. Regardless of that, I will say that it was a great night. I had my speaker, had my dog out. I'm cooking for her. The pinnacle to this point actually was me implementing, let me cook for you. Let me make some cocktails for you. I was making margaritas and all that shit. The Stone Cold Steve Austin margarita. It was a great night. We're talking about life. Much more in depth there. But, Elvira, I have to say, you came in clutch. And if you don't know Elvira, look at my past episodes, and that was the one that lost respect for me. She had got me this game. Let's get deep. Again, this is not sponsored. It's from the creators of What Do You Mean? Let's Get Deep is questions for couples. Well, I will say this, is that when we were on the first date on Wednesday, I was like, you know what? You'd be a really good time to come over. We can watch whatever you want to watch. Harry Potter, Deadpool, Lord of the Rings, whatever. Play some Mario Kart, play some Mortal Kombat, like the real version. Meet my dog. I'll cook for you. We can play some Grupo Frontera or Frasa Regida or Grupo Firme or, of course, Mr. Gray's playlist, right? Yeah, it's down in the description. And it was just cool, right? And throughout that night, everything was perfectly fine. She's talking shit to me. I'm talking shit to her. She gets me this big fat cigar. Cook for her. Everything's going smoothly. And if she got there maybe 8:39, I can't remember. We didn't go to sleep till about like 4 or 5 o'clock. Like we were up for 7 hours just talking about each other, playing Let's Get Deep. And I want to talk about how important Let's Get Deep is, because if you really want to know a woman or let a woman know you, because it's about genuine sincerity, I'm gonna give you a icebreaker. So typical question is, be too hot or too cold, why? You either ask me or I ask her. That's a icebreaker. A deep question, who taught you how to cook or bake? All right, so that's a deep question. A deeper question would be, what's one moment that changed your life, right? Icebreaker, deeper. Let's get deep. And again, all these questions are, they have a variety for them, but they're really good questions. And so, again, Elvira, thank you. I know you're not coming back, but that's okay because I'm going to use it. So I've talked about it as like, hey, this is really good date ideas for you. We talk, whatever, get down to the business 3 times, and she wakes up Sunday afternoon. She says, hey, I got to go. I said, let my dog out. I'm still passed out because, I take my medication. Once I take my medication, I'm sedated. And give her a kiss, whatever. This is where things get interesting. And I have to say this. So, if that was a Sunday, she texts me. We had a conversation Monday saying, hey, so are we together or are we not? And I call her. I'm at Buffalo Bros watching the game. Cowboys lost, obviously. Talk to her, find whatever, like, hey, I want to see you Saturday. Let's do something Saturday. So, what did she say? Long story short, we have a series of texts. We're sending memes, we're sending TikTok reels, we're sending Instagram reels. But this is where things get interesting. On Wednesday, she says, didn't realize I was entering the ring with you when we were having sex. And she sends me this video of her with some showing her the intensity of how much the sex that we have. Because obviously Christian Grey, she knows same shit, I didn't tie her up, but the position, pull the leg over, pull the pillow under, try to hit the G spot, all that stuff. She doesn't know that because I'm not disclosing that, because that's for you guys. That's not for her. She doesn't need to know that. So I know I get it, but I was lying through omission. I didn't tell her about the podcast. I didn't tell her about this because it's none of her business. Whether she sees this before or sees this after, it's none of her business because this is for you guys. So that was Wednesday. I told her, welcome to my world. She says, I'm ready to be immersed into it. I'll take the pain because the pleasure is worth it. Thursday night, I'm at jiu-jitsu practice. I told her, when I'm at jiu-jitsu, I ain't talking to you for 2 hours. 7 to 9, do not talk to me. My phone's not even with me. I am training. She says, apparently she left her bra at my place. She couldn't find it. Smart me, dumb drunk me. I got her bra and I put it underneath one of my nightstands because it has a shelf, it has a cubby, and then underneath it has like another under shelf, but with no cubby. I put it under there. She couldn't find it. And then she says at 7, what was it? Oh, no. She says, if she told me Wednesday, November 20th, I'm ready to be immersed into it, I'll take the pain because the pleasure is worth it, at 8:45 on Wednesday. Thursday, November 2021 at 8:58, so 24 hours later, she says, I'm about to leave Irving, which is where she works. Can I stop by to get my bra? I said, yeah, I just got out of practice. That was 9:02. Says, I'll let you know when I'm out front. That's 9:03. 9:35, she says, 2 minutes away. I'm like, 9:35, I tell her about 10. 9:36, I tell her I'm coming from Mansfield. 9:36, she says, I'll wait, I'm here. 9:37, and I'm like, well, I'm stuck in traffic. So I send her a picture. And I'm like, well, why are you waiting to get your bra? Like, I'm going to give it to you Saturday. We're going to hang out Saturday. Again, undisclosed to my mind whatever's going on with this woman. So, by 9:39, I text her a picture of me. So, if I got home at like 10 o'clock, I get out of the car. She's there waiting. I don't salute her because I'm about to see her. I go into my house, go through the bank, go to my house, come back, give her a bra. I said, hey, here's your bra. Give her a kiss. Text me when you get home. All right, cool. No fucking text. So the next day, ignorant as shit, I tell her, what are you doing at 11:07 a.m. on Friday? Because if that was Thursday, 10:30, I said 11 o'clock, 12 hours later. She says, what are you doing December 13th? Like, I'm sure it was now as a why, what's up? She says, you do now, you're coming with me to the Gaylord. 11:34, she says, and who will be escorting me on this date, Isaac or Christian? She says, I said, depend on my tire. 12:11, she says, I'm assuming I haven't actually met Isaac yet, since everything you did that I thought was genuine and special was all premeditated. You obviously know I saw your TikTok content. Kelsey, I don't know if you saw my TikTok content, because if you met me Sunday, I finally got your number, and Wednesday, and I'm speaking to you Saturday. If you mean to tell me a week and a half later that you did not catch my TikTok, because I didn't disclose it, but you catch it because now I'm contacting your phone, that you find my TikToks, how the fuck am I supposed to know? I'm like, if you saw it, you'd be like, oh, well, he's not treating me like that. The fuck am I supposed to know? That's not the point about this. So she says, because, of course, Isaac's my legal name, Christian Gray's my persona, Mr. Gray's talk room, right? Because I do have a secret sexual life. That's not the fucking point. Everybody has stage names. Look at Drake. He has a stage name. Aubrey Drake Graham. Named Drake. Isaac, whatever. Christian Gray. Anyway, so she says, I'm assuming I haven't actually met Isaac yet, since everything you did that I thought was genuine and special was all premeditated. You obviously know I saw your TikTok content. No, I didn't, because you didn't tell me anything about it. You didn't bring it up until you brought it up at that given moment. So I ask her, what's your question? She says, no question. Just wanted you to know I know all the things I thought were green flags were actually bullshit game that you've used over and over again. I don't have game to save it. I'm disgusted, and don't worry, I know you don't care. There's no reason for you to respond. Now you know where I stand. So I responded to her, I'll miss you too, Squeaker. And that was it. And that was 12:48 on November 22nd. I'm not upset about that. Because, for what? Why am I going to be upset? Okay, you saw my podcast. I'm like, you're not the only woman who saw my podcast. Joy saw it. Diana saw it. Elvira saw it. Jocelyn saw it. Like, you're not the only one. And you're not the only current one. They know that. What I believe, and again, I am not trying to commit any slander or libel. What I believe is that everything that I did, she probably fell in love. Of course. Why wouldn't you fall in love? I did the most genuinely thing. And I didn't lie. Hell. I even showed her my subscribe to OnlyFans rash guard and my shorts. What I believe is, if this is a public service announcement to any woman that sees this, if seduction is the key, seduction is not the intention. Because I'm not a simp. I don't have relationship with girls who are friends. You want to know who are my girlfriends? Who's my girlfriend? Who's a friend that's a girl? It's my sister. And she's not a girlfriend. That is my fucking sibling. That is my blood. That is the only woman that I have a relationship with, because that's my fucking sibling. And she's a lesbian. Scary lesbian, but that's not the point. And also, of course, my other sister, Claire. That's it. I do not have friends who are girls. Just plain and simple. And if I work with women, they are not my girlfriends. They are my colleagues or acquaintances. That is it. What I believe is, and if this is a public servant announcement to the women who will see this in the future or in the past or whatever the fuck it is, everything that I teach is to help the man who could not get laid. If she's pissed off, if Joy's pissed off, if Elvira's pissed off, if Tiffany's pissed off, if fucking Diana's pissed off. I had Diana fucking call me a couple of days ago, just randomly. I'm like, weren't you the one who said that you couldn't be in a relationship and a client at the same time? She cut my hair and now she's calling me weeks later. Like, the fuck? When the fucking Diana called me? She called me... No. Where the fuck did she call me? When did she call me? She called me Tuesday, December 3rd, 2024. Haven't spoken to her in like a month. Why am I going to answer your phone call? You're the one who left me, remember? And you were supposed to give me a free haircut, and I still gave you $40 off the top. Okay. Nevertheless, gentlemen and women who are listening to this, my current flings or my current women that I'm dating, if all the gentlemanly things I do for you is called seduction, then so be it. I'm not going to apologize for that. Because whether it's with you or without you, I'm still going to do that. Being a gentleman is opening the car door, ordering the drinks, opening the chair, protecting that woman. If you say that's game, then shit, I have the shittiest game ever. Because people who say the little things like, oh, your last boyfriend didn't spank you enough, that's not a canned lying. That's just me speaking my own mind. Like, seriously? Like, that's how you act up? Your last boyfriend didn't spank you enough. But nevertheless, who the fuck am I talking about? So, thank you guys very much for tuning in. I know this episode was hopefully educational to you guys. Again, I'm going to have women come in, come out. Again, men change for one woman. One woman. And after that, it's all fucked. But you get to choose who your partner is. I really hope you liked this episode. You know where to find me. I am on X, Facebook, Instagram, Rumble, YouTube, and TikTok. Forgot about TikTok. Until next time, guys, stay tuned. Take care.